You know the words. You understand English. So why do you still freeze when it is time to speak? James has the same problem. He understands almost everything. Movies, videos, simple conversations. But when someone asks him a question in English, his mind goes blank. One day, he is sitting in a small meeting. Someone looks at him and says, "James, what do you think?" Suddenly, his heart beats faster. Inside his head, everything becomes loud. Okay, say it in English. Wait, how do I say this? What if I make a mistake? What if they laugh? Translate first, then speak. He creates the sentence in his own language. Then he tries to translate it, word by word. But before he finishes, the moment is gone. Someone else starts talking, and James just stays quiet. Again, this is not because James is not smart. This is not because his English is bad. This is happening because of one deep habit. His brain believes that English is translation, not communication. So every time he wants to speak, his brain takes a long path. First his own language, then translation, then English. That is why he feels slow. That is why he feels nervous. That is why he stays silent. But here is the truth. Fluent people do not translate. They think in meaning, not in perfect words. And this is where everything starts to change. James slowly learns 3 simple shifts. The first shift is this: stop building perfect sentences. James always tries to be perfect. Perfect grammar, perfect words, perfect structure. But this makes his brain slow, because perfection takes time, and real conversations are fast. So one day, he tries something different. He allows himself to speak simple English. Not perfect, just simple. I think this is good. We try again. Maybe better option. Small sentences, broken sentences. But he keeps speaking. He does not stop. He does not go back to fix everything. And slowly something changes. His brain starts building English directly, without translation, because now there is no pressure. The second shift is this: think in images, not words. Before, James used to think like this: first a full sentence in his language, then translation. Now he changes it. He sees the idea in his mind, like a small picture. For example, he wants to say, "I am tired." He does not translate. He just feels the meaning and says, "I am tired." No extra thinking, no long process, just meaning to words. This makes everything faster. The third shift is this: accept mistakes as part of speaking. Before, James was afraid of mistakes. Every time he spoke, he was thinking about being wrong. But this fear was stopping him. So he makes a decision. He will speak even if it is not perfect, even if he makes mistakes. Because communication is more important than perfection. And something powerful happens. People understand him, even with small mistakes, even with simple words. And slowly his fear disappears. Now, let's look at James again. But this time the future version. Same situation, same meeting. Someone asks, "James, what do you think?" This time, he does not panic. He does not translate. He just speaks. "I think we try this way. It is simple. It can work." His voice is calm. His mind is clear. No overthinking. No long pauses. Just simple communication. He is not perfect, but he is fluent. And here's the truth that changed everything for him. Fluency is not about perfect English. It is about fast, simple, fearless expression. If you are still translating in your head, you are not stuck. You are just using the wrong method. So next time someone asks you something in English, do not translate. Just say something simple. Anything. Because your brain learns from action, not from silence. And maybe this one small change will change everything. And maybe this one small change will change everything. Because the truth is simple. Your brain is always learning. Every time you stay silent, it learns to stay silent. Every time you translate, it learns to depend on translation. But every time you speak, even with simple words, it starts building a new habit, a faster habit, a natural habit, an English thinking habit. At first, it feels uncomfortable. It feels strange. Your sentences are small. Your words are not perfect. Sometimes you stop in the middle, and that is okay, because this is the moment your brain is changing. This is the moment you stop being a translator and start becoming a speaker. James understands this slowly. He stops chasing perfection. He stops waiting for the right sentence. Instead, he focuses on one thing: expression, just expressing the idea, no matter how simple it is. Days pass, then weeks, and something interesting happens. He notices that he speaks faster. He notices that he thinks less. He notices that he does not translate every time. Sometimes the English sentence just comes, naturally, without effort, without fear. And one day, he realizes something. He is no longer stuck. He is no longer silent. He is speaking, not perfectly, but confidently. And that changes everything, because confidence is not built from perfect grammar. It is built from repeated action, from small courage, from speaking again and again. So if you still feel like James, if you still feel nervous, if your mind still translates every sentence, listen carefully. You do not need more vocabulary. You do not need more grammar. You need a new habit, a simple habit. Speak before you translate. Think in meaning. Accept mistakes. That is it. Small steps, but powerful steps. And remember this line, the one that can change the way you learn forever. You do not become fluent by thinking more. You become fluent by speaking more. So the next time you hesitate, the next time your brain says, wait, translate first, stop it, break the pattern, say something simple, even if it is not perfect, because that moment, that small moment of action, is where fluency begins. And now I want you to think about this. What if the only thing between you and fluency is one simple decision? To stop translating and start speaking.